Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Today I thought we could run through some of my favorite things that are currently keeping me alive and keeping my sanity during this third lockdown. It has been a rough go of it, but there's definitely a few things that have helped me through it, whether that's TV shows, movies, journaling, books, beauty, whatever it is. There's a lot of little things in my life right now that are kind of keeping me going. They're giving me that little bit of happiness that I need sometimes during the day, and I think we can all agree this third lockdown, motivation and inspiration is kind of lacking, so I hope that me telling you some of the things that are helping me might help you guys. I'm also doing quite a lot of vlog style videos, which I love, but I thought it'd be nice to sit down and just chat. I hope you're having a nice Sunday or whatever day it is that you are watching this. With me right now, it's actually a very sunny day, but the clouds have just come over, so it might just end up changing the lighting in here, but we'll work with it. It'll be fine. So I've written down a list of the things that make me happy right now and that are my favorite little things. So yeah, why don't we get into it? I'm going to start off with the first category being books. So we have some books going on. I was not a big reader. I was not a big reader before basically this last year. I definitely started to spark interest in it and have more patience for it. I think there's nothing wrong if you grow up not reading books. I mean, I think it's great to read books, but don't feel guilty about it, because I definitely did. But I feel like I now at this age kind of have the interest and the patience and the admiration for writing. I'm really loving reading. I read the second Bridgerton book, which was my first book of the year, and I enjoyed it. Yeah, I think I gave it 4 stars on GoodReads, but it might be like a 3.5, maybe 3. But I definitely preferred the storyline to that than the actual first book or the first TV show. And I will link my GoodReads below for you guys because I have created one. But yeah, my second book of the year, which is the one that's really worth talking about, was Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. I adored this book. I really loved it. It was a little slow in like the first 100 pages. However, I think her writing is so descriptive in this. I think it's so beautiful. I literally felt like I was right there in the world of this like marsh in, what is it? In like Florida, I think it is. But yeah, it's basically marshland. But yeah, she's very descriptive. She's a huge lover of nature, which you can tell because she has such an admiration for it. And I think then when I went on my walks, I kind of was just looking at the world with a bit more admiration for nature and Mother Earth, all of that. So yeah, I adored her. Loved the main character. I loved that it was a mix of everything. So it was coming of age, it was a bit of romance and mystery, which was so great. And yeah, definitely was a form of escapism for a while there. And I did cry. I will insert the photograph of me crying. I did cry at the end, but yeah, loved it. I give this a 4 or a 5. 5 out of 5. It was so good. I loved it. But you guys saw recently I did do a book haul and I got these 3 books. And I'm currently on Never Let Me Go. This is my 3rd book of the year. I'm quite literally only, I think, on chapter 5 at this point. But yes, I am kind of a bit like, what is going on at the moment? I did not know much about this going into it, except for the fact that it's dystopian, but you guys all recommended it to me. I put up these 3 books and you all picked my next read to be this one. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I currently match with it and I might be doing a reading vlog with it, so keep an eye out for that. So reading has just been a really enjoyable kind of escapism, just getting lost in my own imagination and getting off of my phone and screens, because sometimes with online college now you can be staring at a screen for hours and it's just not good. And yeah, I'm starting to love reading. I think Norwegian Wood's gonna be my 4th book of the year. I just think reading is incredible for educating, imagination, just kind of getting out of the world that we're currently in if needs be. There's nothing wrong with that. I'd also really love if you guys could leave some Black authors down below that you love or have read before, or they're upcoming or whatever it is. I'd love to give more support to them because I feel like I don't have enough Black authors in my collection or my TBR. So that would be nice if you guys could give me some recommendations. I will add them to my TBR and I will do an order of them very soon. So yes, that is my new addiction, is reading, and I have so many books that I need to get through. But yes, next category. Next category is one of my absolute favorites, and it is film and TV. I feel like film and TV is one thing that's literally just really keeping me going at the moment. As you guys know, I study film and television in college and I absolutely adore it, especially films, some of my favorite things in the whole world. I could watch movies all the time. But one film I watched in this lockdown was Whiplash, and I adored this film. Oh my gosh. I watched it on my projector and I was genuinely sitting on the edge of my bed like, what is happening? This is so unreal. And it was so exciting for me because I really haven't gotten that feeling since I've been in the cinema last year. I think the last film I saw in cinema was Parasite, and I had that feeling as well, but it just felt so good to get so excited about something and feel such love towards a film again. I loved it. Really recommend it. I also watched If Beale Street Could Talk. Absolutely adored this film. It's a romance film but follows a young black couple in New York in the 70s, I think it is, and he is wrongly incarcerated, and it is just really romantic but painful, and really just so many emotions happen while you're watching that film. It's visually stunning and beautiful, emotional journey, but absolutely one I recommend watching. It's based on James Baldwin's If Beale Street Could Talk, so I really recommend that one. With regards to TV, WandaVision is literally keeping me going. Having something to look forward to every Friday to like mark the weekend is so nice and refreshing compared to binge watching. I just think it's nice to mark a Friday now. We don't really have something that marks those occasions anymore or marks the weekend, so I love that. I am enjoying it so much. I think it's really not thought-provoking as in like, oh my god, my life's changed, but it definitely just gets you thinking. It's so fun coming up with theories and just delving into it. Absolutely adore it. I think it's a really fresh take for Marvel and I love seeing it. Every Saturday I have been watching Drag Race and loving it as always. I haven't been able to watch the UK one, but I'm going to watch that one very soon, which I'm so looking forward to because I think it's fresh, it's new, it's different to the US one, so I'm very much looking forward to that. Also a really big fan of Graham Norton and Alan Carr, so I love that they're judges on there. It's just such light TV and something that just gets me in a good mood no matter what. The art that comes out of Drag Race is just immense to me. I could watch it forever. I also adored The Queen's Gambit. That was an incredible TV show on Netflix. Probably one of the best Netflix originals I've seen in a really long time. And one really lighthearted one that I think is incredible is The Great Pottery Throwdown, which is on Channel 4. You can watch it on Channel 4 Player, but it is basically the Great British Bake Off, but they are making pottery, like they're doing pottery. It is so wholesome. Like I actually think it's more wholesome than the Great British Bake Off because everybody is just the nicest people on the planet, and one of the judges, I forget his name, but I'm gonna insert a clip here of him crying because he loves somebody's pottery so much.
It's fantastic, mate. It's fantastic.
Oh, like he cries every single episode at somebody being so good, and nothing brings me more joy than seeing somebody so excited about the craft that they love. I think it is just amazing. I love it. So wholesome. Literally so wholesome. Another thing that's making me so happy is my projector setup. I'm gonna link what I can down below. My boyfriend got me pretty much all, actually yeah, he got me everything. A year ago he got me a projector screen to put in my room, but my projector wasn't really great, so I didn't use it much. And then he got me a new projector, a tripod for it, and a Bluetooth speaker, and an Amazon Fire Stick to put in it, which is a game-changing setup. It is so cool. I'll link everything down below, and actually quite reasonable. I think it's really worth it if it's something you like, if you like watching films, all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, 10 out of 10, love it. I love my projector setup. It is the only thing keeping me going since I miss the cinema so much. Okay, let's move on to another category. So, spirituality and self-help. I kind of talk about this realm quite often, so I won't dwell on it too long, but definitely, let me just get it. I like to journal kind of like in two different ways. So for me, journaling, I really like to write out exactly how I'm feeling, especially if I'm overwhelmed or just feel like I need to let it all out. I will literally just write and I will talk, and it usually, the more I talk, the more I kind of get down to the basics as to why I'm upset, why I'm frustrated, why I'm overwhelmed, and I kind of just have a conversation with myself almost, which I love. And then sometimes I like to use prompts. I tend to go onto Pinterest for them. I have like a little Pinterest board for that. But yeah, I kind of just enjoy writing, scribbling, journaling, all of that good stuff. I've also been doing meditating on and off, which has been kind of nice just to go to when I need it. But yeah, so far it has been helping. Practicing gratitude has been such a blessing as well. The other evening I was out for a walk and I quite literally just spoke out loud to myself for about 10 minutes saying things that I was grateful for. By the end of it, I had a smile on my face that was totally subconscious. I didn't even realize, and I just felt great from it. Just be grateful for everything you have and just know that everything you want is coming. So yeah, I'm basically trying to be as positive as I can. I know that's really like kind of privileged for me to say, like, just see it as the good side, but I don't mean it as in, you know, that what you're going through isn't hard. It's really hard, but I promise you, I have no doubt in my mind, whatever path you're on is the right path you need to be on right now. And if it's not, there will be something telling you to turn back or to switch lanes. It'll be very obvious when that happens. I've also loved listening to audiobooks. I'm still listening to Think Like a Monk, which I listen to on my walks. And I love that because it really, I use it as a time to really sit there and listen to the words and just really absorb it. And it's great. I adore it. It's really fun. Lots of self-help books out there that I really recommend. If you're looking into manifestation at the moment, I really recommend Gabrielle Bernstein. She's one of my favorite authors for that realm of information. Next category, we have music. Music has been a really nice friend to me in lockdown. I have just enjoyed putting on music when I just feel like having a bit of company almost in my room if I'm doing something or studying or reading or whatever it is. Classical music as well as jazz as well as soundtrack music. Those three categories are my top three favorites and I adore them so much. I have loved listening to jazz in the mornings while planning on Notion or writing or journaling. I love listening to classical while reading or studying, and then with regards to soundtrack music, I could just listen to that all the time. I love it so much. But yeah, I will link my Spotify below if you want to have a nosy. I also love YouTube for playlists. I think there's such great playlists up on there. And yeah, don't feel weird if you're not listening to like the top charts or whatever. Listen to whatever it is you want to listen to, no matter what. It is so fun exploring music, and I think it definitely evokes a lot of emotion in me and a lot of calmness. I just really love it. I also was very lucky. I bought a ticket to go see a virtual concert this weekend. I saw RYX in concert on my projector. He is one of my favorite artists and I adore his work. Could listen to that all the time. Makes me so happy. His song Only is one of my favorite songs ever. So yeah, that brought me lots of joy this week. Next category is self-care. I adore self-care. I could talk about it all the time. You guys know this at this point. Self-care is such an important thing to me, whether we're in lockdown or not, but at the moment more than ever, because it's so easy for all your days to blend into one and just to be hard on yourself and your thoughts to get kind of crazy and loud when you're on your own at times, whether you're living on your own or with people. I have a few things that have been making me very happy recently. One little random one I'll cover first, since I've just seen them, is looking after my nails. I have started taking care of my nails a bit more and looking after them while in lockdown, which is something I never did before, and I've been really enjoying it, like just filing them and looking after them. They're healthiest they've been in a really long time, and yeah, I love painting my nails now. So yeah, there's that's been bringing me lots of joy. Also find it really therapeutic doing it and like putting on a video on YouTube or watching Netflix. It's very nice. I would recommend. Another thing that I've been loving is my skincare. You guys know I talk about my skincare all the time, so I won't talk about it for too long, but yeah, just having a nice skincare routine and waking up in the morning and my skin feeling fresh, or going to bed with really glowy nice skin. It's just been really enjoyable to see my skin thrive during lockdown because I've given it lots of love and attention. Also randomly, one of my favorite things has been my shower routine. I have like 2 big showers a week. My big showers, I like to call them my big showers, are the ones where like I wash my hair and take care of my hair and maybe shave my legs or something like that. But I've just really enjoyed like treating my little shower routine very luxuriously. I get to wash my hair, put on a face mask, put on a hair mask, and just really treat myself and feel fresh hopping into bed. It's been lovely. I'm a shower at night person. I don't know what you guys are like, let me know, but I prefer showering in the evening so that I'm fresh going to bed. I love it so much. But yeah, there's that. I just have found it really fun exfoliating and looking after my hair, all that kind of stuff. I'm putting on some tan because even though we're not going anywhere, I still want to feel tan and glowy. Next category is clothing. One of my favorite things has been sweatshirts, this one being my absolute favorite right now. I got this one from Urban Outfitters and I love it so much. I love the blue. I'm going to be wearing this all the time. You'll probably see it all the time. But yeah, I've totally loved sweatshirts, just cozy jumpers. I've just enjoyed throwing on a jumper in the morning and just keeping it on for the rest of the day. It'll probably change hopefully as the weather gets warmer, but right now it's made getting out of bed easier. Having a big jumper like this to throw on me and stealing some of my brother's because I just like a big oversized one. My other favorite thing in clothing this lockdown has been these bad boys. I have shown these plenty of times on Instagram, on here, on TikTok, but oh my goodness, these have brought me so much joy. They're incredibly comfortable as well. I've actually walked in them a few times, but I totally love them. They bring me immense pleasure in life. I could look at these all day and I just think they're class. I could wear these every day and be the happiest person alive. So these shoes have helped me survive in lockdown. Another clothing item I've loved is shirts. I love shirts. I throw them on all the time. Here is a collage or a few photographs of me wearing shirts. I wear shirts all the time over everything. It just kind of makes me feel a little more put together or something. It's weird, I don't know. I love shirts. They've brought me lots of joy and they've just been fun. I've stolen most of them from my dad's wardrobe, so I suggest you do the same, whether it's your brother, whatever, your granda, whatever. Go steal some shirts from relatives because it's so worth it. I really wish I could just go put on a cute outfit and go somewhere in it, but there really is nowhere to go. But that doesn't mean you can't wear cute sweatshirts, so yeah, go treat yourself. So one of my final categories is little things. There's a lot of little things that have just been bringing me joy. Yeah, as you guys know, I say it all the time, I'm a big believer in just finding joy in the little things in life. Sometimes your morning coffee is the greatest thing ever and is exactly what you needed. And sometimes, you know, coming into your room and seeing it clean is just exactly what you needed that day, etc. Just feeling that like gratitude for those things is something that has definitely kept me going. So, final category, little things. One of my favorite little things, well not so little, is my coffee machine. You guys know I got a new coffee machine at Christmas, my family did, and it is quite literally the most stunning thing alive. It's very pricey though, so I am going to link it and another one below that is from the same brand, but it doesn't have the grinder in it for grinding the coffee. It's a little bit cheaper. It's the one Emma Chamberlain has. It's actually quite a bit cheaper. It's really worth it, and Emma Chamberlain has it, so if you want to go for that, I really recommend it. But yeah, I have just loved experimenting with coffee. I have loved trying out different coffee beans and all that kind of stuff. It's been really enjoyable and I'm getting better at it, but I really need to hone in on the art of latte art because I haven't been giving that enough love and attention. Another thing is tidy room. Now my room can stay clean for about 2 days maybe at the moment in lockdown. Because I'm not in college during the days or whatever, I'm quite literally living in this space, so it gets dirty and that's totally normal, and it gets a little cluttered and a little bit chaotic, which it is right now. Like if I turn the camera around, which I'm not going to expose myself today, but yeah, it needs a little clean. I think just having that clean room really helps you to relax. I think if you like try to relax after a busy day and you're sitting in a really dirty room, it's really hard to not think about the fact that, you know, there's a pile of stuff over here and a pile of stuff over there, and I do it sometimes, but most of the time I just feel 100% better when I just spend 5 minutes at cleaning up. It just makes all the difference. A walk, especially after a few days of not walking, every time I get out and I go for my walk, I'm like, why didn't I do this yesterday? Why didn't I do this yesterday? I feel so much better. I feel so good. Getting creative with my room has been so much fun. I have added a few little bits. I have shelves up here now. I have just been kind of playing around with my room over lockdown and it's been really enjoyable. I've been playing with what's here and what already works, which has been great because I have lots of things. For example, books. Like they give automatic color and fun to a room, to a shelf, whatever it is. And it's really easy to just make a space have some life and personality and color with what you have. I have these books so I can use them as a bit of a display. Sometimes I will put books under my lamp or I will sit them on my window shelf like this, so it just gives a pop of color and some fun. But that's just one example of just playing around with what you have. I've also absolutely loved getting creative with photographs and videos. It has been such a joy, and whether you do YouTube or Instagram or whatever it is or not, you can have so so much fun with this. If you're a creative person like me and you just need to get it out of your system, paint, sew, take photos, take videos, do whatever it is. Put videos on TikTok or your Instagram of how your day has gone. And I also ordered dry clay because I want to make myself a little incense holder, because all of my incense holders spill the incense everywhere, so I thought I could make one myself, and I'm so looking forward to doing that. So yeah, little things like that. So there's a little bit of inspiration. And honestly, making videos for you guys has quite literally been my saving grace. I honestly don't know how this year would have gone had I not made videos from the start. It has just been such a joy and I adore it. It is so cool, and yeah, I adore you guys. It's so much fun. I feel like I have like so many friends, it's ridiculous. So it's so much fun to me. Final little category is creators and inspiration. YouTube wise, we have Emma Chamberlain, Claudia, I also love her, Jen Im, Moya, Nina, I love the two of them, and Moya is such an inspiration, especially the fact that she is Irish. It's just been really nice and refreshing to see somebody videoing from Ireland. It was just really refreshing to hear an accent that I knew and see places that I know. So yeah, for booktube, I'm such a sucker for booktube. Noelle is my favorite. I've been loving Jack Edwards reading videos when he does like lots of book recommendations. I really enjoy that. One of my really good friends on here is Louise Shields, and I will leave her name here, and Emma Nicholson. They both do book related content and then just kind of lifestyle, and I like the both of them, and they are two small Irish YouTubers that I really think everybody should go check out. That is kind of everything right now that I can honestly think of. There's definitely so much more things that have been bringing me joy, but I just wrote this down the other night myself and I thought I could turn it into a video. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope it gave you a little bit of inspiration into your life right now, because I know things can sometimes be a little bit repetitive and it's nice to hear somebody else's opinion on how lockdown's going. I also post over on Instagram and on my stories movie recommendations as well as book recommendations and all that kind of stuff. I'm really active over there and I tend to post about how I'm getting through lockdown, so hopefully that helps you guys. But yeah, I'll be back with the vloggy style videos next week. I love you all very, very much, and I will see you next week. Mwah. Bye.